Hi folks, well this is more of a what's been catch up sort of thing. I haven't been on much, I think might have been early last week, I'm not sure, I think so. But last week was not a good week, no. Monday I think it was coming on. Tuesday it was really thinking about it. By Wednesday really flipping took over, and I thought it was some sort of food poisoning, which it could have been. On the other hand, it could have been some sort of bug that felt like it, but I don't know. But for a week, crap, it was flipping awful. So stuck in, didn't go anywhere, eating very little, making sure that I was drinking water, and although it was ice cold, boy did it taste flipping awful. Ugh. I think it's because my mouth tastes like a bloody fisherman's armpit. Oh, it was flipping vile. So, yeah, not a great week. Come this, well, Sunday it was feeling pretty good. Monday I thought, get out there, right, put all my gear on, put all the ornaments on, flick my hair back, out there into the world. Well, I didn't get far. Taxied to the biggest store, bought a load of stuff, back again. Got me out, got me a little bit more active, and common sense said, you know, for the week you've had, you know, you'd be bloody stupid to go out there full pelt. You got to get some flipping energy and stamina up again. So that was yesterday. Today, yeah, get stuck in there now. Then, just before I went, because I normally get a bus into town, just before I would have actually gone out for it, I thought, sod it, did a taxi. So I got a taxi, then to the big store, load of shopping, taxi back. Hopefully tomorrow, get all the gear on, all the ornaments, hair flicked back, and into it. Oh, no. Well, yeah, I think we should be about right by then. So, part of this video is about where I was going and haven't gone with videos. Doing a music set of videos, looking at music over the different decades. I haven't got round to that. Really didn't feel like doing that. It was a bit of work of grabbing photographs. Maybe I'll grab bits of music. You just don't know now with bloody YouTube whether they're going to let you put bits of music on or whether they're going to say sod off. It seems to me, I noticed lately that if somebody puts up, I did put something up with a little bit of music, and the little bit of music actually was free to use. And although I put it up a day later or whatever, when I looked at my YouTube, there in the description was who the music belonged to and blah blah blah. So I don't know whether they've come up with a system now where if you do put something up, YouTube system knows, and if it's all in their system it puts that info up. So I don't know. Anyway, yeah, before I start though, yesterday somebody commented on a pretty old video, and it is pretty old because although my videos are not perfect now, but I think the sound's better. At that time, this app that I'm using had a standard level of audio and everything, so I thought, well, that's fine. I didn't realise people were having to put the flipping sound right up to hear what the hell I was saying, till one or two mentioned it, and then I looked and I could go in and I could knock it from the 100%, which I thought, well, 100% got to be right. I knocked it from 100 and now it's on 300. In fact, I think I've gone a little bit higher than 300 now. It's probably 325 or something. But it's weird on this end when you look at the iPad and you sort of play it and you go, and the sound sort of hits you. Anyway, it's an old video and it's the one where I'm sort of taking a little bit of, not really the mick out of, I was having a little bit of fun with that goth video that goes around of goth dancing, and it's one, maybe two, maybe three people that do the different dancing, and plays a little bit of music and does the gathering the spider webs and all that sort of thing. So I had the video playing there and I was talking about it and I was doing what they said. This is what you do, this is how you do this dance. Then it put a bit of music on and you gave it a go. And it was a bit of fun. But they said, can't really hear this very well. Might be a good idea to redo this. Which, yeah, is probably... I did leave a message and say, you're right, and probably I should. But oh my giddy bloody aunt, out of all my videos, it's the one that I don't dislike, but I don't like seeing much. So if somebody leaves a message and I have to go and read it and the flipping video comes up, I am not a dancer. And that's what was good about it, I am not a dancer. But we'll see. I'll see if we can maybe redo that one or whether there's another one up which, to be honest, will make things even flipping worse. So yeah, thought I'd talk about that. The music videos I will do. And then on top of that, the old mate Captain says, who asked me about the flipping music ones, said, be good if you talked about movies. Fantastic. So yeah, I'm not going to do an in-depth one on movies, that sort of thing. Lots of things I sort of love, but I'm not so fanatically into. Movies I am and I'm not. And thinking about it, I thought over the years tastes have changed. Probably I've got older, I've matured, I've sort of equal things out as to what I really want. So I would look at horror films and all sorts of stuff. But the older I got, I realised that I can be a little bit more selective and like the things that I like rather than what Hollywood wants me to like. And I find with today's videos, I've always said the old black and white ones, the old black and white films, is to go to as a kid, watch those. They were probably mostly round about an hour long, I would say. might be just a little bit more. You felt like you'd been in the cinema all bloody week. You thought it finished, because we were younger, we'd go in the day, come out, go, oh, flipping heck, sunshine. That's how they were. When you come out and it's still bloody daylight, you couldn't believe it. The thing with them as well was, if you watch those old films, and somebody said, oh, what is it about? Tell me about it. It took you a long time of going into this, that and the other, even to give them a basic idea. So then I looked at the modern film, and if you think about it, you go and watch lots of the new films, and somebody says, oh, tell me about it. Tell me, what's the story? Couple of minutes, you've told the story. And that made me think, why with the modern films are you telling the story in a couple of minutes, where in the old days you spent ages? And I realised that in the old days, the old black and white films and everything, within an hour, whatever length of film that was, whether it was about the Napoleonic War or someone's life or whatever, somehow they fit it into that flipping hour. They were very inventive. They used the brain. They used psychology. Goodness knows what, but they were good movie makers. And you weren't realising, but by the end of it, you took so flipping much in. And if someone tell me about it, well, it would take you a long time. So why in this day and age, somebody say, oh, tell me about the movie, that's it. It's because that's it. The old ones, goodness knows what time limit, set within an hour. I haven't been to the cinema for quite a while now, so I don't know what time some of these new ones are. I know some are getting to 2 hours long, 2 hours plus, whatever. And I thought, why the hell would you be watching a film that's 2 hours or whatever, and somebody said, tell me the story, and 2 minutes you've told it? And I thought about it, and I thought, because that's all the bloody was. It's bloody 5-10 minute film, 15-minute film dragged out to bloody 2 hours or whatever, and it's dragged out with CGI and with all this fancy bloody stuff. So at the end of the day, you're watching all this stuff, and if you really think about it, as to what you've had at the end of the day is a very short story, just eked out to look fantastic. So you do go away saying, bloody hell, I really enjoyed those war scenes, and flipping the Superman coming through the sky, and this person doing this and some of that. Yeah, it's all CGI, all fancy work, but there's not a hell of a lot of substance there. It's not something you go away and think. Some of those films of yesteryear are still there with me today. Big impacts. Some of the big films of today that I've seen, I remember them for what they were, but no big deal as such. So I realise now, the older I get, my mind is automatically levelling out what it wants to see, what it doesn't want to see. I'm not really into all the let's throw all this bloody CGI and everything together. Horror films, I go back to when I was younger, and we'll be talking about Hammer House of Horror. Yeah, there was a little bit tongue in the cheek sometimes, whatever. But the stories were there. The way they were done, there wasn't a lot of CGI, there wasn't a lot of fancy stuff. But by hell, it still worked. Now, it's horror for horror's sake. You go in, and from beginning to end, it's slash, wallop, bang. To me, just pointless stuff. So I realised, what do I like out of all that sort of thing? And it's probably more, I do like those that still use a little bit of bloody psychology, that use your brain against yourself. And most of those films are that use that sort of thing are paranormal films. So it'd be ghosty, probably witches doing things. And so yeah, vampire films to an extent, although they get very CGI and everything. Zombie, I really couldn't care about. They freaking bore me to death, especially the ones. So get a fucking way. Sorry, I swear. Yeah, so for me, even modern times, a lot of it now is sort of the paranormal, where they're using a little bit more still of psychology, of noises, sounds, sights, little bits that move, little sort of, and you're going, oh, what the hell was that? Oh, what's behind there? Psychology will always win out. So yeah, for me, those sort of films are more my kettle of fish now. And if they, and they do occasionally, if they come out and somebody's had a brainwave and thinks, you know, I'll do a film just like they used to do. It's flipping enjoyable. So yeah, I'm probably not the best person to ask to do a thing on movies and talk about movies. Probably be bloody negative. I've got a film up there, My Bloody Valentine, 3D. Friend of mine, like a daughter, she was coming over weekend, bringing her son and everything. We watch, and so I bought it. My Bloody Valentine 3D. All that sort of bloody stuff, beginning to end, wallop, wallop, bang, cut. Put it on. A bloody great big telly. Put it on. 3D. There she is. Snoring away. It's on. I'm looking at it thinking, why am I looking at this? I'm the one that didn't, I couldn't bloody care less. I'm the one, this bloody totally useless flipping film, I'm watching it all the way through. That's probably one of the things that helped me to decide I do not like this modern, it's just that sort of thing from beginning to end. I just don't get it, really. Yeah, so I might do something on movies, but it'll probably be a moaning old bloody thing like I just done, because oh, and if I really get into movies I like, you'll just say, I'm going to freaking turn him off. Because Well, I'm goth and I love paranormal and everything. Fantastic. I love Christmas movies. Maybe it's something from a childhood or whatever, but I'm quite happy, and I love romantic movies, very romantic sort of stuff. So I'm very boring. And I've had this habit for years, especially if it's a romantic film or anything, a love story, and it don't quite end how I think it should do. Bit of a sad ending. I freaking change it. Nope. Sorry. Put a new ending in my mind, and that's how it freaking ends. I know, I'm a boring old fart, but so on them lines, one of my very favourite films is Love Actually. How about that? Anyway, apart from all that, what have I done? Not a lot. I've been doing my battle vest. I bought new vests and took it all off that one to put on this one, because the other one really was, it had had its day. So I've been putting new old stuff on with little bits of new. While I was out, I got a message: your parcel has arrived. Well, it's a patch. And it says, if you didn't read it, my degree of sarcasm depends on your degree of stupidity, which is about frickin' right. That says it in a bloody nutshell. That's exactly why I paid about £3 for it. Started using this. I bought this last year. TK Maxx, I think. It's this lovely bat bowl, and it's really nice. It's set out there with bits in, but I brought it in because when I take all this lot off, I usually just pile them. So I thought I'll use this to put it in, and it's a flipping lovely little thing. But that was last year's. I might do a video looking at Halloween of this year, because every year I say I'm going to buy nicer things, because this is ceramic. It's gorgeous, and for the price. Every year so I'm going to buy nice things, less of the crap, and then I buy some of the crap, especially if it looks like a skull. And I did this year. I bought 3, 6, 7, about 8 skulls or something, which I turned into bone lamps. But I doctor them up, and they do look a hell of a lot different to a cheap skull. So I would continue doing that. So what I might do, well, looking at the 1 or 2 bits that I bought this year that I'm really pleased with, and I've managed to not buy cheap stuff. Well, apart from bits like that. No, right. See, can't freaking help it. So, folks, yeah, that'll probably come up looking back at what I bought this year that is really worth buying and I really love. And I've really learnt now to sort of start saying, no, you don't freaking need it, don't buy it. But again, I do need about 16 skulls, whether it's those resin ones which I age, or whether it's the plastic ones which I age, which stuck in together are pretty flipping good. But the shelf over there where I've got levels of skulls, I'm about ready to double the layer, so I thought if it's plastic ones, I'll age those, put them below the resin ones or whatever, but we really want to turn that into total block of skulls, or I might even buy a unit to put somewhere where all the skulls would go. I don't really know. Anyway, yeah, so that was last week, beginning of this week. The music videos will come up. I've spoke a bit about movies as to what I like, and I do like psychological, paranormal ones. And on that note, talking about psychological and how good the old filmmakers were compared to the new one. The new one, they feel they have to do everything within the power to make this bloody thing frighten you. And in the old days, they could make anything bloody frighten you. This bloody bag of cashew nuts, if they decided that within the hour of watching a film you were going to go bloody away crapping yourself over a bag of cashew nuts, they could do it. And they didn't use all the technology or anything. They used this psychology and people's fears and turn the fears back on them and everything, and that's what I love. So yeah, I might look at films in that aspect, but looking at individual ones, and who knows. So I'm going to bugger off. There's some of this. The usual soup without the Carolina Reaper. Going to get my system back to bloody normal first. I don't want to repeat the last bloody week. Have fun.